Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a great time, and hopefully you guys had a good time having a Super Bowl party. What a game. Anyways, we're going back to MJNDaC NDaC Carter. We're going to Detroit, Michigan in Stadium Championship Series South, which is one of the rarest tours that they ever gone to because it's one of the few of the northern side that they go to. So the south side is going to meet the northern side. We're getting ready to see the south tour heading to north. And now we're going to start with this one. Cuphead and Earthshaker making his first Monster Jam debut in the Stadium Series because he's mostly in arenas. And now his opponent will be taking on Mr. Tibbles and Zombie. As both trucks are getting ready to get staged right there here in Detroit, Michigan. As off we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we get going and started. Not bad for both trucks are doing the jump right there. As they get ready to get started, it looks like Tibbles and Cuphead look like really decent right there. A little bit of trouble going on with Cuphead. And down to the final turn. Let's go see who's going to win right here in Detroit, here in Ford Field, home of the Detroit Lions. And we're celebrating New Year's with the red style track. And now that Zombie is the winner right there, passing by into the first round. Let's go look at the replay again. Not bad, I will give him that. You know, these guys been trying to, absolutely they're phenomenal races and stuff like that. Trying to, keep it the game, consistent, everything like that. Not bad for these two trucks out there. But, it was a good win for Mr. Tibbles as he knocked out Cuphead in the first round, as we're moving on to the next race in the first round competition. Here comes Sharp Eyes and Megalodon, the very first Megalodon driver to get behind the wheel, and his opponent is the defending World Finals Freestyle champion Morty Smith in Bakugan Dragonoid. This is going to be a good race out there between those two trucks, and they're going to go at it right there. Both trucks are looking good right there between Megalodon and Bakugan, as looked like there's been of a tight race out there between both guys, and it looks like Morty has trouble right there. He turns really far away. And into the final turn, Sharp Eyes is getting closer. Morty better catch up, or otherwise he can't pull a Hail Mary pass. And it looks like not this time. And your winner goes to Sharp Eyes and Megalodon, knocking out Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. The problem is with Morty, and during the first turn, he turned really far away, and he hit one of those turning rods, and it slowed the truck down, and it's going to cause him not to pass by right there. I really hate to see what happened to poor Morty, not the way he wanted to do. Although Megalodon did the same thing, but Megalodon was getting a little closer than ever and stuff like that, but it did not work out really well for Morty Smith. Well, what a good race out there, but we're going to the next race of round one. Speaking of Morty, here comes his former high school crush and now his wife, Jessica, in Mayhem, representing her father's design. And now her opponent, Mudbutt, in the Dragon. He's a former Monster Energy, Rockstar Energy driver. I mean, he came back in Dragon. It wasn't the first time. This is like his second season driving behind the wheel Dragon. And it looks like he's getting ready to get it up right there. Both trucks are looking staged right there. Not bad between Dragon and Mayhem as we're getting ready to go to the last race of the competition. And to the final turn, Mayhem's trying to get in there. Here comes Dragon. And it looks like a little bit of a slumpy right there. And your winner goes to Jessica in Mayhem. Not bad by Jessica. I was expecting Mudbutt was going to take the win right there because, Mudbutt's been a veteran for a long time. But, however, Jessica's been with us for a while. I cannot complain too much, but, she's a heck of a driver. This is her Monster Jam debut with the Mayhem Monster Truck. She was a former driver of Full Charge Monster Truck, and we all never forget, she's been trying to do everything she can with the Full Charge Monster Truck, and she used to drove Megalodon last season until now she got the ride with Mayhem, which she made a name for herself. Speaking of that, here comes Bombshell and the Bigfoot taking on Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger. This is what every Monster Jam fans, especially in Detroit, is waiting to see. The ultimate rivalry. Two of the most godfathers monster trucks are getting ready to rock and roll in Gravedigger and Bigfoot, where two trucks can't stand each other, although they could, but they can't on the track. And Bigfoot's having trouble right now. Gravedigger's having a smooth jump right there. Not bad by Rouge. Into the final turn. Looks like Rouge is taking the lead right there. Bombshell's trying to hang up, but it's going to be a little bit too late for Bombshell and not really the way he wanted to do. So your winner goes to Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger, and that is the end of round one competition. What a good race out there between those two trucks out there. I like to see how Gravedigger and Bigfoot, just keep it going. They're just trying to roll it out everything they can right there. But unfortunately, Bigfoot had trouble out there, so Gravedigger got the best of him. So your winner goes to Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger, not just representing all the ladies out there, but representing the Gravedigger team out there, knocking out the arch rival Bigfoot. And now we're going to the round two competition here in Valentine's Day here in Detroit, Michigan. Rockwell Red taking on Zombie, Excalibur, Megalodon, Max D, Mayhem, Alien Invasion, and Gravedigger. This is a really good stack lineup, I'll be honest. The whole lineup is pretty stacked right there at Stadium Championship Series South. Especially we're giving the north side of the US, which we're in the up north right there, that normally they don't come here, just for a show for them, and these fans are loving it so far. Here comes Shamu in Rockwell Red. Last time I saw him back in Arlington, he's really been a dominator. Let's see if he can do it again. But now his opponent will be taking on Mr. Tibble and Zombie, the same guy that he beat in the championship race back in Arlington. Let's see if he can do it again this time, the last time we saw in the video. Both trucks are looking staged right there, and there goes Shamu trying to rock and rolling out there as Rockwell Red is doing everything he can. And here comes Zombie right there. And Zombie looks like pretty much taking the lead. Down to the final turn, it looks like Zombie's trying to get in there. Rockwell Red trying to hang up, and it's going to be close. And oh my goodness, disappointed race, a payback from last time we were there at the Arlington show. And this time, Mr. Tibbles want to give payback to, Shamu. But Shamu, I thought he was going to get the best of him again, but this time, Mr. Tibbles says, nope, not this time. These guys are good friends, but they had to, bittersweet rivals into the track. But however, they had nothing against each other, but still, Mr. Tibbles, what a heck of a race. Coming next, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Bug and the return of this monster truck, the Excalibur. We all remember the Excalibur, one of the oldest trucks, and now his opponent, Sharp Eyes and Megalodon. This is going to be a good race between Megalodon and Excalibur. Looking forward to it as both trucks are staged. Here we go. Not bad by both trucks are looking good right there. That's really solid, decent out there between Bug and Sharp Eyes. Bug, everybody remembers the movie Strays, not recommended for kids, but is only for adults only. Was played by the one and only Jamie Foxx himself. And now to the final turn, looks like Bug's getting in there. But Sharp Eyes, oh my goodness, Sharp Eyes went full speed ahead. He shoot his truck like a tornado into the final round, or a torpedo, I meant to say, not tornado, but torpedo, whatever you can call it. But holy shoots, I did not expect that Bug was not going to win this race or anything. Not to lose this race, but I didn't expect Sharp Eyes was going to win and stuff like that. But still, congratulations to Sharp Eyes. Bug tried his best, but however, Sharp Eyes will advances to the next round. We are down to the second half, and here it is. Knuckles the Echidna in Max D, and now his opponent, Jessica in Mayhem. This is going to be a really intense race out there. Can Jessica pull the upset, or will Knuckles knock her out? This is going to be a good race. This is the battle between the Sonic Universe versus Rick and Morty. And here we go. Video game character versus cartoon character. Both trucks are looking good right there. Knuckles is trying to get in there. And Jessica looks like she's getting the lead out there. Oh my goodness. Can Jessica full speed ahead? And the good thing is that she's trying to. But oh no, I think she messed up a little bit. No, not this time. Oh man. I thought Jessica was going to win this one. But the problem is the final turn that she turned a little too wide, forcing Max D to turn a little sharp and stuff like that. And the craziest thing is she nearly got close, like she was halfway close to beat Knuckles the Echidna and Max D that I was expecting, but still, what an intense race out there. Not bad race by these two trucks, but unfortunately, you know what, for Jessica, not the way, but fortunately for Knuckles the Echidna, what a not bad race for him. What an amazing race out there by Knuckles the Echidna as we're moving on to the final race of round 2. Here comes Mugman in Alien Invasion trying to take the lead in this tour right now. He's been neck and neck with the entire trucks. And now his opponents, Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger. These two guys, they came from arenas. Well, one of the few, not two, but like few arena people that came to stadiums. And now they're looking really intense out there. Both trucks are looking solid decent right now. Here comes Rouge trying to get in there. And here comes, Alien Invasion trying to do the best they can out there. And to the final turn, Rouge is trying to get in there. And so far, Alien Invasion is trying to. Mugman is going to, close race, but it looks like Gravedigger got the best of him. And your winner goes to Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger. I cannot believe the race that I'm just witnessing right now. It was a good, intense race out there between those two trucks out there. But Rouge got the best of him. What a first touch, because, yeah, I saw that. Rouge did really touch the line first. And what a good race out there. But unfortunately, that's not a good race out there. Not bad run for Mugman, but not the way they won. Now we're going to the semifinals. It's going to be Zombie, Megalodon, and also the ultimate rivalry. Everybody remembers Max D and Gravedigger, but it's not just a rivalry. It's going to be a husband versus wife rivalries. The two rivals, everybody remembers them from Sonic X, so Rouge and Knuckles. This is going to be a good, intense race out there, including that we know that Sharp Eyes and Mr. Tibbles, they known each other. They were part of a friends group. It's going to be this one. This is going to be a funny thing. We're going to see something like that. Anyways, Mr. Tibble and Zombie getting ready to start up the line. His opponent, Sharp Eyes and Megalodon. Now remember, the Road to World Finals in Vice City is on the way right there. I know everybody's ready to get started because we got the World Finals in Vice City way before we got Grand Theft Auto 6. Everybody noticed that. Both trucks are looking solid decent right now. Let's see what's going to happen right there between those two guys out there. Going to the final race of round who's going to the to the finals, as we're getting ready to get started. And it looks like Mr. Tibbles is going back to the championship race since Arlington. Let's see if he could try to win this one right there. What a good luck streak for Mr. Tibbles. You know, so far ever since the Arlington show we did, it wasn't really that bad and stuff like that. So he's been having some good, you know, moments and everything like that. He's trying to push it up to the limit. And a shout out to his crew chief, you know, trying to take care of him out there in that track, and he did everything he can, and that was an amazing run. What a good run out there between those two trucks. You know, that was amazing. And now who will meet Zombie into the championship race? Will it be Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger, or will it be Knuckles the Echidna and Max D? This is going to be a good race out there between those two trucks out there. Looking forward to see what's going to happen. Here it is. Gravedigger's also another rivalry with Max D, so this is going to be a good one. First, Gravedigger beats Bigfoot. Let's see, can Gravedigger do it again by defeating Max D? Rouge the Bat looks like she's taking the lead right there. Okay, I will give her that. And into the final turn, Knuckles the Echidna and Max D's trying to hang in there. So far, Rouge is trying to do the best, and I think Max D's got it. Oh, shoot, not this time. And it looks like Knuckles the Echidna, with his great instincts and everything like that, knocking out his wife, his former arch rival, his former nemesis, Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger. What a good race right there between those two trucks. But Rouge tried everything she can out there, but unfortunately not the way she wanted to do. But you know, Knuckles got the best of her and stuff like that. So your winner goes to Knuckles the Echidna and Max D. Moving on to the championship race, we will have Zombie, Max D going at it, all that stuff. So far, Max D representing for round 2, Mr. Tibbles and Zombie all the way from round 1. Pretty intense race out there. We're going to go see what's going to happen out there for all these trucks out there. This is going to be the most intense race I have ever seen in my life to see what's going to happen. I know a lot of fans are expecting to see this. We're going to have a great Valentine's Day show, and I can't wait for everybody to see, to have a great happy Valentine's Day. This is going to be amazing. And now, here it is. Mr. Tibble Zombie, Knuckles the Echidna, and Max D. Let's see who is going to take the home for the gold. And the winner, probably, they're going to get some Valentine's Day gifts because, you know, whatever they want to do. And not bad run right there. So far, this is going to be a good race out there between Max D and Zombie. So far, really intense by two trucks, but, you know, they're just not doubt about it because, you know, they're just keeping it, you know, real and consistent, everything like that. And now we are going to the final turn. Looks like Zombie's taking the lead right there. And Zombie, my goodness, Mr. Tibbles, I'm very proud of this guy. He's really phenomenal. His race is about time. It's been a while he won racing. This is his first time winning a race in a long time. Now, this is a great happy Valentine's Day for him. And I believe Mr. Tibbles is very happy and emotional because he has never seen anything like this. What a good race out there. I know his crew chief is happy. His crew members are happy. They're all going to take a picture on the side of the truck. That's like their victory picture because that was a great, you know, picture and all that stuff. So, yeah. What a good race out there. I'll give them that. You know, these guys been absolutely amazing with their runs. And now, what a good race out there between Zombie. Zombie has been going out there and went from Earthshaker to Rockwell Red to Megalodon and now Max D. One of these awesome top 4 of the biggest, huge names here in Monster Jam. And you know what? That's really amazing. And now we're going to go to the Monster Jam 2-wheel skills competition where each truck has to hit 2 obstacles. Now, everybody remembers the rules. You have to hit 2 obstacles. If you hit one and cause problems, there will be a no score. And now we're going to start with the first one, Bombshell and Bigfoot. Now, I was told by his crew chief earlier saying that the reason why he lost because there's been some mechanical issues with Bigfoot. They had some things going on right there. Luckily, it wasn't that serious of an issue, so they got the truck fixed and everything. You know, these crew members, they worked so hard to try to get back in the game right there. Bombshell. And it looks like he's going to try to reverse it. Not really that much. And the funny thing is that he has his other 4 brothers because, you know, they're part of the Shamu or the Orca family. You know, we know he has his older brother, Titan, who is driving King Crunch. And he's the second oldest. And after the second oldest, it will be Junior. And then Little Captain. And then Chubby. And all those guys who drive monster trucks. Wow, what a good race out there by Bombshell. You know, he is absolutely phenomenal. And the funniest thing, he's the only brother that is in the stadiums right now. Well, because, you know, he has the biggest name with the biggest life. He's been driving Bigfoot for a long time. For a lot of people that barely watched this NDaC cartoon last season when he drove Tailgater, he did drove it only for 1 season, but he's named his only for Bigfoot. Anyways, the score is going to be 2.650. Fans gave him a 2.633. Expert judges 2.649. Not bad run by, you know, by Bombshell. You know, I'll give him that. You know, it's really amazing. You know, stuff like that. So trying to do everything he can. And I like the part he has this 80s design logo design And he says it's just to somewhat represent Valentine's Day because, you know, it's Valentine's Day. We just want to have a good Valentine's Day for everyone out there. It would be cool. The track crew members should have put a heart, but they forgot, but it's all good. Anyways, coming next, everybody, it is going to be Cuphead in the Earthshaker monster truck. Let's see, he's going to put some cupids around the hearts around on the bow and arrows into that track with that truck. Let's see what he's going to try to do. If he can try to get in the game out there, let's see what he's going to do. And I still love this song, Shake It Loose by YNT, one of my favorite songs from the truck. And looks like he's going to do some wheelies. Not bad, okay, I'll give him that. So he still got one more hit to go. Down to the final hit right there for Cuphead and Earthshaker. Let's see what he's going to try to do. He's trying to keep it consistent, everything like that, so there's no doubt about it. And let's see what he's going to do. Okay, so he's going to try to, like, do the thing or no? Okay, he's going to try to do the thing. Alrighty, so it looks like he's lining up for the thing. Up over the reverse the flip, and oh man, not the way he wanted. Yeah. Well, the good thing was the second hit, but if it was the first hit, it would have been hard for him to get the score. But the good thing is now that if it was the second hit, he's eligible to make the score. Because remember, the rules are this, you had to hit 2 obstacles. What a good run out there by Cuphead and Earthshaker. Tried everything he can out there. Pretty phenomenal with his race. And the score is going to be 1.963. And the fans give him 1.899. Expert judges, 1.950. Pretty decent score. I will give him that, you know. It's just how it is. Not bad score right there by Cuphead and Earthshaker. You know, you got to shake it loose like always. Trying to get in the game out there. And looks like he tried everything he can. It's not the way he wanted to do, but still, it is what it is. So the good thing, they'll replace the body, you know, with the power of Bondo and some replacements. That's what they do. Alrighty, coming next is going to be Mudbud in the Dragon Monster Truck. For a lot of people that didn't notice that Mudbud, this is like his 4th truck, I believe. Yeah, 4th truck. Because his very first truck, he started out, he used to drive Storm Damage, which I remember Storm Damage was the name of, he made a name for himself with that truck. And then after Storm Damage, he joined, you know, Mr. Poppers. At the time, was supposed to be Monster Energy, but we renamed it to Rockstar Energy. And Rockstar Energy, you know, had its moments and everything like that. Fortunately, the truck was discontinued. After the truck's discontinued, he drove Monster Energy, which is last season, which you guys saw, and now he's back in Dragon again. Not bad with the first hit. He tried to do the wheelie out there. And it looks like he's going to try to do, but similar to Cuphead. Well, I think it's not the way he wanted to do. And then, like I mentioned before, it's not the first time I drove Dragon. You could say 2 seasons ago, I forgot to mention earlier because I got a little distracted with watching. But yeah, he did drove Dragon like 2 seasons ago before the Monster Energy and everything like that. So anyways, not bad for Mudbud. He's a Labrador dog. For anyone that thinks that he's based on a character from the movie Air Buddies, oh look at 3.267. That's the score. Fans give him a 3.276. Expert judges 3.260. And that is all. As I was saying before, for anyone that thinks that he's the character from Air Buddies, that is not true. He's a different Mudbud. Like even though he's a Labrador, he's a black Labrador. That's what he is. Anyways, not bad for him for his run. Not the way he wanted to do, but still, it is what it is. So that's how it happens. Anyways, coming next, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Morty Smith in Bakugan Dragonoid, one of Adult Swim's one of the most famous cartoon shows of all time, Rick and Morty. And let's see what Morty's going to try to do. We know that Grandpa Rick is watching. We know that his older sister could be watching, but either way, she's in her tour right now, all alongside with her husband, Ethan. And now, let's see, Morty Smith is going to go reverse the truck right there. And it looks like he's going to do with the perfect wheelie. Oh, come on, Morty, save the truck. And no. And it looks like his crew chief got really shocked to see this. And, you know, there's nothing you can't do about it. Things happen for a reason. I hate that poor Morty had to suffer like this. You know, there's nothing you can't do about it. You know, it is what it is and stuff like that. So at least he tried. He tried. There's nothing you can do. But you know what? That's how it happens and stuff like that. So what a good run out there for Morty Smith. And unfortunately, there will be no score for him. You know, he got an NA, which means not advanced. So I hate to see this guy, how it happens, because that's going to cost him some points. Not the way he wanted to happen, but, you know, it is what it is and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's how it is and stuff. What a good race out there because, you know, he's just doing everything he can out there. Trying to, you know, show it off, everything. So, yeah, that's how it is. Anyways, we're going to go to the next monster truck. Coming next, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Bug in the Excalibur monster truck. Everybody remembers Bug from the movie Strays. Not like I mentioned before, not recommend for children to watch the movie. But was voiced one of my favorite actors, Jamie Foxx. And let's see what Bug's going to do. Bug, it looks like he's going to try to reverse the truck right there. And I know his crew chief is watching right there. And he's going to go right there with the flip. Not flip, but more of a wheelie. But at least he tried. That's all I can say. One more hit to go for Bug in the Excalibur. Let's see if he can try to get it up right there. Trying to pull it up for the upset right there. And let's see what he's going to try to do for everything like that. And it looks like he's going to try to do the another two-wheel skills maneuver right there. That's what he's going to try to do right there. Excalibur's going to go for another two-wheel skills run out there. And he's going to do right there and almost... Wow, okay, that's good. And, whoa! What the heck? Oh, reverse the truck. Come on, dude. Yes, he's got it. Okay, he's got it. And the fans are loving it so far. Well, they have some backup bodies. That's a good thing right there. But still, he's going to shut his truck. They're going to shut his truck off. But still, man, what a good race out there by Bug in the Excalibur monster truck. I really like the way how he's trying to, like, you know, trying to keep it consistent, everything like that. And trying to rock it and rolling out there. Pretty not bad, like, you know, it's just that he's just doing everything phenomenal in his run. And the score is going to be 6.395. The fans give him a 6.401. Expert judges 6.397. I mean, that's a pretty good, decent run. I'll give him that, you know. Anyways, but pretty not bad run right there by the Excalibur. Tried everything he can out there. Really good. I like the part how he backflipped it up and did everything he can in his phenomenal race out there. Pretty good, decent run right there by the Excalibur. You know, he's been absolutely phenomenal his run. But anyways, we got more two-wheel skills action coming up. Here comes Mugman in Alien Invasion. Let's see what he's going to try to do to show it off right here in Detroit, Michigan. Getting ready to rock and roll out there as he's going to try to do his best, everything like that. And getting ready to see what he's going to try to do. As Alien Invasion, it looks like he's going to keep his consistency right there. Going for the two-wheel skills maneuver right there, and no, not the way he wanted. I hate to see that poor Alien Invasion had to suffer like this. Not the way he wanted to do, but still, it is what it is and stuff like that. But, however, there will be no score. At least Mugman is trying his best. You know, that he's trying to get his tour back up, and he's trying to get his points up. But unfortunately, it looks like it's been a neck and neck between him, Gravedigger, Zombie, Rockwell Red, and the rest of the other trucks, including Excalibur, is joining alongside. It's a neck and neck for all these 5 trucks. Like, they're going at it right there in this tour to see who's going to be the winner. Well, they got to hurry up in time because, you know, the World Finals is coming right around the corner soon. Who's going to win the tour to skip the playoffs and head to the World Finals being the lineups, and who's going to go to the playoffs too to make it there. Not bad run right there by Alien Invasion. At least he tried everything he can, but still, it is what it is. And we got many more Monster Trucks action coming up. All right, Monster Jam fans, coming next is going to be Jessica in Mayhem. Let's see what she's going to do right there. She's getting ready to rock it and rolling out there. You know, no doubt about it, for everything like that. As Jessica tried everything she can out there to show it off. Getting ready for her skills run. Let's see what she's going to try to do. Up over the two-wheel skills right there into the reverse. And okay, almost there, but still almost. We still got one more hit to go right there. One more hit to go for Jessica. At least she's going to try her best. And let's see what she's going to do, everything she can out there for, you know, her runs and stuff. Getting ready to get on the right there. Up over the ramp. And it looks like she's going to try almost. Can she do more? Alrighty, and pretty much not bad right there by Jessica and Mayhem. Really good, awesome, amazing. I really love this truck so much. Like, at least she's just like keeping a distance, everything like that. And also for a lot of people that didn't notice that her father is inspired by this, you know, the Chevrolet, the 1960 muscle car Chevrolet was inspired by her father. And scores could be 1.205. Fans gave her a 1.200. Expert judges 1.207. I mean, it's no doubt about it. You know, you can't just do anything well how it is and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty good run. And I know that's Morty's former high school crush. Morty had a crush on this girl, and now seeing the woman of his dreams is now behind the wheel, joining the same tour. Their trucks are trailer mates, and we get ready to get started for more Monster Jam action. Coming next, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Shamu and Rockwell Red. Shamu is getting ready to rock and rolling out there, trying to see what he's going to try to do around everything like that. And it looks like he's going to try to see what to do and what's the best for him tonight. And he's going to try to reverse it right there. And I believe he's going to go ready to start jump right there. Up over the jump right there. And he's going to go right there for the perfect wheelie. Okay, not bad. I will give him that. Not bad for the wheelie. He has one more hit to go. Let's see if he could try to get it on the game out there. Rockwell Red's going to try to, get in the game out there. Keep it a consistent out there. Trying to show it off out there to see what he's going to try to do. And it looks like he's going to go on top of the racing ramp. And I think he's going to try to do the two-wheel skills maneuver right there. And, okay, not bad. All right, I'll give him that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a good one right there by Rockwell Red. He's been trying to rock it and rolling out there. Not bad. I will give him that. He's been hauling out there to show it off out there from, do everything he can. Anyways, the score is going to be 1.042. Fans gave him a 1.048, and the expert judges 1.043. Just an 8 and a 3 is different because, they don't add equals to 2, nothing like that. But yeah, what a good one out there by these two trucks. They're getting ready to rocking and rolling out there. But it's pretty sure, Shamu is just having a time of his life, trying to get in and everything. Coming next, Monster Jam fans, is going to be Sharp Eyes in the Megalodon. A lot of people's favorite shark. And this truck has been very, very phenomenal with everyone's favorite, all that stuff. Megalodon's going to get ready to get it on right there. Has to show it off. And it looks like he's going to try to, keep it consistent, everything like that. Getting ready to keep it lined up. Almost, not yet. And let's see what he's going to try to do. Keep it in line right there. And to the reverse. Oh my goodness, careful with the hood. Yes, alrighty, that's what I'm talking about. Alrighty, that's what I'm talking about right there as well by Megalodon. Megalodon is getting ready to keep his consistency out there. Trying to do everything. And it looks like he's going to go for the middle ramp. He has one more hit to go. Let's see if he could try to, do everything he can. And to the jump right there. And going on top right there. And not bad. Okay, I will give him that. Pretty good race out there by Megalodon, not bad by Sharp Eyes, trying to show it off, being happy, everything. He's trying to do everything his best, something like that, but still, it is what it is. Not bad by Sharp Eyes and Megalodon, trying to do everything he can. And the score is going to be 2.150. Fans gave him a 2.149. Expert judges, 2.153. Not bad run by Megalodon, he's been really absolutely phenomenal, his run, everything like that. Pretty good right there by Megalodon, there's no doubt about it. For all the things he's been trying to pull it up right there, from all the things he's just doing, anything is this phenomenal race out there. Pretty much not bad, but you know what? We still got more trucks coming up right there, and we get ready to get going. And here comes Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger, a lot of people's fan favorite. I was expecting Rouge was going to win the racing, no lie. I thought she was going to, but unfortunately, I was wrong about it, but still, she's a heck of a driver. There's no doubt about it, but she's still got a long way to go to get to the biggest event of the year. Rouge is trying to keep it consistent right there, and it looks like she's going to try to keep it for the two-wheel skills maneuver right there. And, oh, the perfect flip right there for Rouge, and yes, that's what the fans wanted to see right there. One more hit to go for Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger, and the fans are loving it so far. A lot of people say they like how the trucks flip. That's what everybody loves to see. And let's see. She has one more hit to go for Rouge. Rouge is going to reverse the truck. Get up there. Up over the log stack. That's perfect for, hits and stuff like that. And pretty much that's it. I will give her that. What a good run right there by Rouge the Bat. And man, I love to hear that sound. Those zoomies. Man, that's like music to my ears. These aggressively loud sounds. Those are the good parts. And Monster Jam fans, what I'm talking about. That is something that you guys love to hear right here for our beloved monster trucks right there. And it's going to be a score 7.137 and expert fan judges 6.948, expert judges 7.120. I mean, that's a really good score right there for Rouge the Bat. I will give her that. That is a really, really good score because it's going to be a big score right there coming up right there. Not bad run by Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger. Love the part how she's trying to keep it rocking and rolling out there, trying to show it off and everything like that. So yeah, that's how it is. All right, Monster Jam fans, here comes Knuckles the Echidna and Max D. He's going to be our second to last of two-wheel skills before we get ended off to see the winner, and we're going to go to everybody's all-time favorite Monster Jam freestyle competition. Boy, Knuckles is getting ready to start to drive right there, and it looks like he's going to try to do everything he can. Going up right there to reverse it, and no, I don't see anything happening. No, not really. Well, one more hit to go, but let's see if he could try to, you know, get it up there. He has one more hit to go. Let's see if Knuckles can try to, like, get ready for the two-wheel skills right there. And looks like he's going to get up, and not bad. Really good, not bad. And you know, funniest thing is that he's the only driver that drives the CRD chassis of Max D. Meanwhile, the Willmans chassis, which is the front, which is too narrow, the truck, is driven by Jack and Johnny. But it all started with Cosmo, but now Cosmo's retired. He's no longer with us, but now we have new drivers coming up right there. And the score is going to be 1.107, fan judges 1.103, expert judges 1.107. I mean, same score from the expert judges. I don't know, the meter just gave it what it wants to give us. But still, I cannot complain to everything. But what a good race out there. I'll give him that. You know, it's really good, amazing run by Knuckles the Echidna in Max D. As we got getting ready to get started, we got one more monster truck to go, which is Mr. Tibbles in the zombie monster truck. Let's see if he could try to beat the objects to put some wow factors in the sport right here in Detroit. He already celebrated his Valentine's Day. His Valentine's Day's gift was a win of racing. Let's see if he can try to go for some skills and possibly freestyle if he can try to you know, clean sweep the entire competition. And it looks like he's going to go right there. And almost, not really yet. He has one more hit to go, but let's see if he could try to, like, you know, keep its consistency, everything like that. Mr. Tibbles trying to, like, rock and roll out there. Trying to see what he's going to try to do to get in the game out there. And it looks like he's going to try to reverse the truck. Oh, yeah, no, not yet. I thought he was going to do the wheelie. But I don't know what's he doing. What do you guys think he's doing right there? And that's how Mr. Tibbles is going to do. And it looks like he's going to go right there. Up. Whoa. Alrighty. So Tibbles already got it. And that's all it is. And yeah, that's really good. And let's go look at the replay right now. Not bad for Zombie. Trying to get everything he can out there. Trying to show it off. Pretty much consistent. You know, he's been doing everything he can. And the score is going to be 1.230. Fans gave him a 1.250. Expert judges 1.245. Pretty not bad run by Mr. Tibbles Zombie. You know, he's just been absolutely phenomenal. His run, everything. He has no doubt about it for his suggestions, for everything like that. Pretty no doubt about it for his run out there by the zombie monster truck. Waving the zombie arms like Barry Musaro. Pretty good. I'll give him that. So I believe this is our last freestyle. And yes, I was right. Let's go look at the scores. It was really amazing how Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger got her two-wheel skills run, followed by Bug and Excalibur, Mudbud and Dragon, including Bigfoot's Bombshell, including Sharp Eyes Megalodon D, and the list goes on and on. However, you know, these guys have been going at it right there from the sport and everything like that. And now that was a great two-wheel skills. And now we're going to go to everybody's favorite, our Valentine's Day gift to you guys, Monster Jam NDaC Kart to Their Zone freestyle competition. And we're going to start with this one, Mudbud in Dragon, who is the Labrador driving behind the wheel. He drove several trucks before, way before Dragon. He all started up with Storm Damage. Then rumor was he was supposed to drive Monster Energy, but till Monster Energy got canceled up, he drove the truck called Rockstar Energy. Then he drove Monster Energy last season, which everybody did saw him. And now he's back in Dragon. However, I forgot to mention before before winning to Monster Energy team, he did drove Dragon only 1 year, which is 2 seasons ago, and now he's back again. This time he's possibly going to stay there permanently. I'm not so sure yet, but however, he's been rocking the deal. And now his freestyle started a while ago. Really amazing run out there here in the fans in Detroit, right here in Ford Field, home of your Detroit Lions. And he's rocking and rolling out there to the blue, jumping over right there, and he's just getting it going. And Mudbud, be careful out there. Whoa! And looks like he's going to save the truck. That is not bad. He has some great potential with his freestyle run, and I know that he's been, outstanding right there with his run out there. Man, you can hear the noise, the sound. I love the sound of that engine, you know, trying to make sure that makes it more louder for all the great fans right here in Detroit, Michigan. And he's going to go up over the Monster Jam backflip. Not bad. Okay, I will give him that. He's been really, really decent. That's really awesome. 27 seconds to go. Let's see if he can try to get it up. Just the front hood is gone. Although Mudbud is trying to like get in there, everything like that. And on top of the dirt ramp, really good out there. That's really amazing. And 15 more seconds to go. Mudbud is trying to, get it out right there. And he's going to do some cyclone time. Cyclone time. I know, that's my catchphrase right here for everybody. Not bad for the Labrador. For anyone that owns a Labrador, there you go. He representing all the labs out there. And oh, wait a minute. What the? Is he gonna? Oh my goodness, spin a Rudy time and good. The officials are gonna shut him down. Yeah, the officials will, you know, stop him right there. Man, what a good run out there by Mudbud. That's a really good start with a freestyle run. And now the officials will have to, like, you know, shut him down, you know, just to, like, make sure all that stuff. And there he is. He's doing well right there. And I know his crew chief is happy looking at him right there and doing everything he can out there. Pretty not bad intense run right there by Dragon as Mudbud, you know. He's been hauling out there. He's been pushing to the limit, everything like that. Never give himself up for everything he's done, and that's awesome right there. And the score is going to be 6.895. The fans give him 6.799. Expert judges 8.043. Not bad run by Mudbud and Dragon as he's rocking and rolling out there. Pretty good intense out there. He's been trying to like holler, everything like that. So yeah, that's pretty amazing run out there. I will give him that. And we still got more freestyle action to go right there, as you know, many more actions will be coming up. But still, you know, that's how it is and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much Mudbud how it is. Well, what a good run by Mudbud as we get more trucks action coming out there. And speaking of that, here comes the monster truck that started it all, Bombshell and Bigfoot. For a lot of people that remember last season, he did drove Tailgater only once from last season. He's mainly for Bigfoot, but the reason why he drove Tailgater just to debut the truck only. And now there he is back in Bigfoot. This time he's bringing out multiple designs. This one, he called it the American Pride Bigfoot, but however, he's bringing up the 80s design with the, you know, bringing back the original 80s design with the logo and stuff like that. Not just that, to be fair, it was also because he had the magenta just to dedicate to the pink because, you know, it's Valentine's Day for everyone. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, happy Valentine's Day, like I mentioned before, everybody. Now, we got to get ready to get it on out there for some Monster Jam action. And now this is the closest you'll get to see the monster truck that started all in the biggest professional league. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to the big stuff right there, what's going on. However, we're just going to focus on what is going to be happening right now. I like the part how Bombshell's trying to like keep it even out there. And there he is, look at that. Wow, he's been hauling like there, like a truck out there. And he's been trying to get everything he can out there. He's still got some more moments and everything like that. So let's see what he's going to try to do. Bombshell, remember, he's a killer whale. He's part of the Shamu family. We know his big brother Titan is, you know, driving the King Crunch out there. We know he has his other brothers, the youngsters out there. You know, we have Little Captain, Chubby, Junior. Man, all those 5 brothers, man. These guys are been hauling. I did tell Bombshell, will it be impossible, you know, have all your brothers in the World Finals, all 5 of them? He says that would be awesome, you know, to have all my 4 brothers in the big event. But we will see, you know, how it goes and depend how their tour's going. Bombshell's trying to hang in there right there. 8 more seconds to go. Let's see if he can try to get in the game out there. And he's going to try to do everything he can. He's going to cyclone that time. He's going to cyclone it to all the fans right here, but not really that much, but still it is what it is. And there he is, everybody. Bombshell in the Bigfoot monster truck. He is the monster truck that started it all. Really rocking and hauling out there. What a good one right there by the monster truck that started it all. The only thing that got off was the front hood of the truck, or the bumper, I would say. But still, he's been rocking, hauling, everything he has done, for everything he's been doing. So yeah, that's how it is. And now the score is going to be 4.695. Fans gave him a 4.693. Expert judges 4.697. Pretty not bad score. You know, he's been doing everything he can out there. I like the part how he's been, you know, rocking and rolling, everything like that. Like I mentioned, he lost the bumper and he lost the left side of the flag, only one side of it. But still, it doesn't stop him from doing what he wanted to do, but he's been trying to get on the game out there for everything he's like that. What a good race by Bombshell and Bigfoot. And, you know, representing all the Bigfoot nations out there, even though they're not that far. Probably like not that far from the state where Bigfoot started, down in St. Louis, Missouri, or Pacific, Missouri, whatever you can say. Anyways, here comes our defending freestyle champion, Morty Smith and Bakugan Dragonoid. I remember this guy. He's been starting out for a long time. Well, not a long time, but quite a while. His very first monster truck was one of my brother's creation, known as the Poseidon monster truck. That was his truck, how it all started. After Poseidon's discontinuation and Bakugan was vacant, that's when everybody remembers Dubby the Dolphin. Well, a lot of people that didn't notice that Dubby was the original driver for Bakugan until he moved to Velociraptor. And after, you know, Bakugan was vacant, Morty Smith has no truck, and now the truck is now his, and now he finally got the keys. Even though he's driving the original chassis from his Poseidon chassis, and he still said it still drives really well, you know, driving the 3D body, everything like that. Not bad, rocking and rolling, and Morty's trying to do everything he can out there. I know that his girl, Jessica, in Mayhem wanted to like get him a payback, you know, out there in that track. They're always going to go at it and stuff like that. And the funny thing is that for a lot of people that didn't notice that Morty and Jessica's crew chief are the Z-Bros from the movie Zootopia. The one that voiced by the wrestler CM Punk is Morty Smith's crew chief. And the one that who voiced Roman Reigns is Jessica. And it's funny. Morty Smith gets the best in the world while we had to acknowledge Jessica. But right now, let's get back to some Monster Jam action. About 13 seconds ago, Morty's trying to get in there. He's been trying to haul it right there and to his jump out there. And he's going to try to do the wheelie out there. Almost got it. Everything like that. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Not bad. I will give him that. What amazing freestyle. I will give him that. He's been amazing in start. Not a single dent on the truck, and he's been taking care of it. There he is, waving to all the crowd right here in Detroit, Michigan. He's all the way from, you know, Seattle, Washington, which that's based on the show. And Morty Smith already has done everything. It's phenomenal. And also, by the way, he's very extremely happy because the Seahawks has won the first Super Bowl. Anyways, score is 4.582. Fans gave him a 4.496. Expert judges 4.609. Not bad. Morty Smith is really extremely happy that his team, the Seattle Seahawks, has finally won a champion that he needed, and he finally got it. Unfortunately, the sad news is that you know, Seattle, his stadium is not under his schedule. I know he's very sad, but you never know. Maybe next season he would love to see his Seahawks stadium to perform there. That's his biggest dream, but as of now, he hasn't in a bit. WNX, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Cuphead in the Earthshaker monster truck. Let's see what he's going to try to do to rocking and rolling out there. And his freestyle has just started out there, and he's been trying to, you know, heavily trying to do everything he can out there. He started from arenas, and now he's in stadiums, and he's pretty decent out there. I did tell him, what is it like now that there's 2 Earthshakers, now that you and Humphrey are finally both in stadiums? He said to me was, you know, it's really awesome, you know, seeing my my companion, you know, Humphrey, really good guy, seeing him representing the Earthshaker from his tour from north, and I'm in the south, so we see that how he's going to try to do. And his dream is that he would love to see both, you know, in the World Finals like they did last year, because there were 2 Earthshakers last year. Both Cuphead and Humphrey both making it. But let's see what he's going to try to do. And upward the backflip right there, and almost, okay, he's got it. He's trying to hang in there. He's trying to haul it right there. Pretty not bad right there. And whoa, biggest jump out there of the night out there, right there by Cuphead and Earthshaker, as he's doing everything phenomenal as run. The guy is putting pressure and gas in his truck, and he's been all hauling out there. And I know his crew chief right there is trying to tell him where to hit, where to go. And looks like they're trying to get in the game out there. Cuphead and Earthshaker, he has some few seconds ago, about 20 seconds ago. Let's see if he could try to get in the game out there. And he's doing everything he can. His absolutely phenomenal race out there. Trying to holler it and do everything in his run out there. And to the jump out there, not bad. Okay, I will give him that. And he's trying to like get in there. 3 more seconds to go for Earthshaker. Let's see if he's going to try to do. Up over the Monster Jam backflip, ladies and gentlemen. And that is amazing run. And there he is, Cuphead and Earthshaker getting out of the truck. Whoa, it looks like there's a bit of a wobbly in the front. That is the turning rod. But I believe they did stop him. He stopped right on time, and perfect timing too. Although he could drive the truck already. It's nothing fragile. As long as he doesn't go too much. That's what he needed to do. Man, what a good run out there by Cuphead and Earthshaker. Him and Morty really back-to-back amazing runs out there. And the score is going to be 7.856. Fans give him a 7.693. Expert judges 7.896. Not bad run by Cuphead in the Earthshaker monster truck. He's been absolutely amazing. Phenomenal run. He's been impressing all night long, and everything he's like that. And he's done everything in this phenomenal race out there. Pretty good run out there by the Earthshaker monster truck out there. He's been trying to do everything he can out there to try to show it off out there. Trying to, you know, get in the game out there for everything he has done, you know, for something. Anyway, so what a good run out there by Earthshaker. And speaking of that, here comes his identical twin, Mugman, in Alien Invasion. Mugman's been dominating last season in arenas, and now he's doing it again in stadiums, and he's still not trying to like give it up on everything like that. And upward to the jump right there, Mugman. Oh no, oh no, no, that is not what he wanted. Yep, that's not what he wanted. There will be no score for Mugman. I hate to say this, but no score for him. Unfortunately, there will be no score for poor Muggy. You know, it's not what he wanted to do, but still, You know, you can't prevent things from happening and stuff like that. So it is what it is. So all that stuff, I hate to see him suffer because, you know, there is, you know, something like that that's going to cost him some points out there. He hated it. I know he doesn't like it. So there's nothing you can do about it. So that's how it is and stuff like that. So at least he did everything he can. You know, I will give him that. Mugman did everything he can for his phenomenal race out there. And yeah, that's how it is and stuff like that. So it is what it is. And, you know, trying to show it off right there. Well, what a bad team run by Mugman. So we got more trucks action coming up. Speaking of that, here comes Shamu in Rockwell Red. Let's see what the Rockwell Red is going to try to do. Trying to get ready to get it up out there. Going to reverse the truck out there. And it looks like he's going to get up over to the jump right there. And his freestyle has just started right now. Well, same hit from where Mugman is, but at least it didn't go too fast. Now Shamu's trying to get in there. He's another killer whale. For everybody that thinks that Bombshell and Shamu are related, they are not. They're a family friend for a very long time. He's been their, well, you could say, they could say somewhat of a brother to these guys, but he's mainly best friends with Bombshell. You know, they're best friends for a long time, and unfortunately, that is not gonna be the case. Well, not just Bombshell, actually all the brothers, because they've been neighbor friends for a very long time. So all that stuff. I mean, it is what it is for Shamu. Didn't work out great for him for all that stuff, but try to, you know, do the thing he can out there. And he tried to work it out right there to show it off to all the fans. And unfortunately, like I mentioned before, there will be no score because, you know, his freestyle didn't last that long. I hate to see the poor guy suffer, but you know what? Like I mentioned before, can't do nothing about it. It is what it is. So stuff like this happens. I mean, you know, like I said before, you can't do nothing about it. Things happen for a reason and stuff like that. So it's all good. He'll get it next time, but he still got to take it serious because we're almost done trying to get ready for this season going, because the World Finals is coming up in Vice City, home of the, you know, Vice City Manatees, but aka everybody's trying to wait for it is Grand Theft Auto 6. So we're about to get the World Finals in Vice City before we get Grand Theft Auto 6. Speaking of that, for anyone that remembers the movie Strays, for, you know, recommend for adults, here comes Bug and the Excalibur. Let's see what Bug's gonna try to do to get it up right there. Bug, this is his second season driving a monster truck. His first season, he did drove Master of Disaster. Everybody remembers that truck. Fortunately, Master of Disaster did not qualify to make it in. We want to bring out the Excalibur, and we finally got it. And this time, he's behind the wheel, and ever since then, he's been rocking and rolling. And whoa, careful there for Bug. And oh my goodness, Spinner Rooney out there. Can he save the truck? No. No. I hate to see this poor guy had to be like this. I don't like the way how Bug had to suffer like this. Poor guy, you know, didn't want this to happen. And stuff like this is always going to happen no matter what. And everything like that. You cannot prevent things from happening, everything. So that's how it is. Like I mentioned before, there is no score. Poor Bug. He didn't deserve all of this. I hate to see the poor guy, you know, had to be, you know, go through all this stuff. If he would have saved it, it would have been a good freestyle. But unfortunately, if it didn't work out, so that's how it is and stuff like that. So nothing can prevent it from happening, you know, all that stuff. So poor Bug, you know, try to do everything he can out there and show it off out there. That's how it is. And speaking of that, here comes Maury's girl. So here comes Jessica in Mayhem. Jessica is ready, rocking and rolling out there. There she is, trying to show it off in the Mayhem monster truck. And her favorite part is that the vehicle that she's driving dedicated to her father, the 1970s Chevrolet. And oh man, 4 trucks in a row, another one. And unfortunately, she will not be able to continue because the bar thing from the bottom is a safety hazard for her to, you know, continue. I hate to see poor Jessica how to suffer. I know Jessica's very angry right now. You know, I don't blame her, you know, get the anger out, but, you know, things happen for a reason. I hate to see, you know, her to suffer like this, but it is what it is. Something like that. So, yeah. Like I said before, it's sad to see how everything has to be this way, but you can't prevent things from happening. So, it is what it is. So, well, the good thing is they can fix it right on time soon for the next show. It's not that bad and stuff like that. So, that's how it happens. Things happen for it to be this way, but yeah, that's how it is. Coming in next is going to be Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger, everyone's favorite, including one of my subscribers named Jaker449. This one's for you, buddy, because this is your character. He's a huge Rouge guy, and there he is watching his favorite character. Alrighty, everybody. So Rouge the Bat, it makes sense that we broadcast her because she has the heart on her chest, you know, part of her suit, and it represents Valentine's Day. And Gravedigger's giving everybody some Valentine's Day moments and stuff like that. Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger trying to rocking and rolling out there. There she is, hauling out there. And she's been doing everything phenomenal her run. Man, I love those sounds. I really miss those old days, how Monster Jam used to sound like that. Like everything. But I'm not going to get to that. Not going to get to that. But these zoomies, man, they're not going nowhere. Yep, in the World Nickel and Dizzy Cartoon, zoomies and all the loud sounds are existed here. And oh man, what a nasty crash. What a nasty crash by Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger. Man, that is some craziest crash I have ever seen. Some carnage going on. Let's go look at the replay again. Not bad by Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger. She's been hauling, rocking, and rolling out there, trying to do her best for everything she's done like that. And she's been doing everything she can out there to show it off, to, you know, succeed for everything like that. And the score is going to be 6.428, and the fans gave her a 6.406. Expert judges 6.399. Not bad by Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger, as she's been rocking and rolling out there. She's been doing absolutely phenomenal with her run out there. And yeah, you know, she's been trying to do everything she can out there to try to do everything. She's been hauling, and we'll see how it goes right there for everything. All right, Monster Jam fans, coming next is going to be Sharp Eyes and Megalodon. Let's see what he's going to try to do to rocking and rolling out there right here in Detroit. All the fans are watching him in Detroit. They want to see how he has great success for everything like that. And there he is. His freestyle has just started right now. I like the part how Sharp Eyes is trying to keep it consistent, everything like that. You know, he never like doubts on himself or everything like that. And oh, careful, careful, and he's gonna flip it over. Oh yeah, they're gonna shut him down. The officials are gonna shut him down, and unfortunately the RII has been active, and unfortunately that's gonna consider a no score for Sharp Eyes and Megalodon. I hate to see the poor guy, how he had to suffer like this. You know, it is what it is and stuff like that. So he's been trying to, you know, do everything he can out there, trying to holler it, all that stuff, everything like that. Now, unfortunately, there will be no score for him. You know, he's trying to do everything he can out there, trying to rock it and rolling out there, you know, to try to beneath himself to keep his consistency for everything like that. Unfortunately, that is not enough for Sharp Eyes and Megalodon. He's been, you know, doing everything he can out there, and everything and all that stuff. But still, it is what it is. I'm sorry I lost for words a while because, you know, poor guy, you know, I don't know what's up with that and everything like that. All right, coming next, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Knuckles the Echidna in Max D. He's the only driver that drives Max D, the CRD chassis. For anyone that didn't notice, the CRDs are behind the motor from the thing, and it's also too wide for the truck, for the chassis. Meanwhile, Jonathan and Jack are driving the Willmans chassis, which is too narrow or too very narrow for the thing. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Knuckles' chassis is really too narrow, and it has the motor in the back. That's the CRD. But it's so wide for Johnny and Jack, and their motors in the front, so that's a Willmans chassis. Jonathan Lockman looks like he's been hauling and balling out there, trying to get everything he can out there to show it off out there. As he's trying to, you know, trying to be consistent for his run out there. And he's getting up there, and whoa, careful. And looks like he's going to get up there, doing a little spinneroonie right there for all the fans out there in Detroit. And he's trying to hang in there. Come on, hang it up, baby. No, not the way he wanted to do. I hate to see this guy had to suffer. What a good run out there by Knuckles the Echidna and Max D. He's been trying to do everything he can out there. Really rocking and rolling out there. I will give him that. And he tries to show it off, you know, trying to do everything he can to make it phenomenal for all the fans out there. Trying to do the love and the support for everything like that. So, yeah, that's how it is. I feel sad for the guy, but it is what it is. And the score is going to be 2.501. Fans gave him a 2.500. Expert judges 2.502. I mean, I hate to see how he had to be like this. You know, it has to be this way. But like I say, it is what it is. Nothing's going to be like that. So all that stuff. So, yeah, that's how it happens and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Well, what a good run by Knuckles the Echidna and Max D. At least he tried everything he can in his run out there. Not the way he wanted to do, but still. And he's been trying to pressure it, give it a holler, all that stuff. So, yeah, that's how it is. All right, coming next, everybody. Here comes Mr. Tibbles in the zombie monster truck and representing all the zombie nations out there. And he's throwing out some zombie arms, so all waving it to all the fans right here in Detroit. And his freestyle has just started right there, and he's been rocking and rolling out there. And it looks like he's been doing everything he can out there to phenomenal his race out there. Trying to run it out there. Whoa, careful, Mr. Tibbles. He doesn't want to flip the truck over, but at least he's just doing it to all the zombie arms out there. He's been driving zombie since day one. He never changed the truck since, and now it's been his very first truck. ever since then. And now he's been doing everything he can out there, trying to, you know, get it up out there. And I like the part how he's been trying to like keep it consistent, everything like that, you know, try to represent all the zombies and the zombie arms out there. 54 seconds to go right there. I did tell Mr. Tibbles, it's been a while you've been to the World Finals. Do you think that you have that ability, the chance to get it up? He said his response, yes, I'm going to try my best, you know. I want to get to the big event. That's my biggest wish. But unfortunately, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm not going to give it up. I'm going to give everything all I got, because I know with the good crew members, good crew chief, that's what I'm going to try to do. And his jump out there, and looks like he's going to do everything he can. Tibbles is going to try to get it out there and try to, you know, rocking and rolling out there. 20 seconds to go. Mr. Tibbles is trying to do everything he can out there, and he's going to try to do the Monster Jam consistent backflip. And it looks like the bottom mouth is gone, and it looks so weird and hilarious and kind of spooky at the same time. But it's still going to get it out there. And to the jump right there, and oh my goodness, with the zombie arms coming up there, Mr. Tibbles. My goodness, and the fans are loving it right here in Detroit. Everybody is getting out there waving their zombie arms right here in Detroit, and the people and all the fans are loving it out there. My goodness, man, what a good run by Mr. Tibbles in Zombie. He's been absolutely phenomenal in his run out there. He did not give it up everything he can out there. And the score is going to be 6.395. Fans give us 6.394. Expert judges 6.397. Not bad run right there by Mr. Tibbles in Zombie. And the fans are really absolutely loving it so far. And there he is. And, you know, he's been rolling and rolling out there. And including he's been waving the zombie arms, and he's a turtle. Mr. Tibbles, man, I really love this guy, how he's been coming up for his phenomenal run. He's been absolutely phenomenal. And including freestyle has come to an end. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your freestyle winner goes to Cuphead and Earthshaker with 7.856, followed by Mudbud and Dragon, Rouge, Mr. Tibbles, Bombshell, Morty, and Knuckles. Man, these guys have been absolutely phenomenal race. And also congratulations to Rouge the Bat and Gravedigger. Jaker449, this is for you, buddy, because your character has finally got the overall event champion. Proud for Rouge, which her successful for everything she has done. And yeah, that's how it is and all that stuff. All right, everybody, looks like the show has come to an end. Don't forget a shout out to Beammonsters and all the other creators of the mods. Don't forget to shout out to them for anybody from the Beammonsters community, including Beammonster himself, for creating all of this amazing trucks and the tracks for everything. So we want to give a shout out to them because we have no authorized for all of them. All, you know, respectfully, properties go to their beloved owners, and we want to give a great shout out to them. Don't forget, everybody, to make sure to hit the like, comment only in my channel, AALS3179, share and subscribe for more details. What a good show we have here in Detroit. Also, don't forget a happy birthday to my amazing niece, Cecilia. Ese para ti, que feliz cumpleaños para ti, mamás. Tío loves you. And also, everybody, to all the good people out there, good night, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day to all.